Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Guess what came in the mail today? Some Desi sunglasses that I actually ordered a pair a few months back. Words are starting off rough already. A few months back, I actually returned them because Desi has several frames. The ones I chose were a little too big for my face. So I returned them and I decided to try the on reads. I never thought I would actually wear sunglasses like this, but I could get down with these. These make me feel cool. And I had a hard time deciding which ones I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Feffy. Hi, Sheila. So I'm excited for them. Hi, Mia. Hi, Alicia. Hello, Kirsten. Adele, Roxy. Hi, Pam. Hi, Angela. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Tanya. Elenia, Marina, Dawn. So, today we're going to keep it eyeshadow, fam. We're going to keep it eyeshadow. I know there's a lot going on right now, but this is just a moment to, okay? Here's the plan for this live. If you haven't seen, hi Bonnie. If you haven't seen my video that I dropped this morning, I did a first, oh my gosh, the bed right now is crazy. I did a first impressions video on the new Natasha Denona Triochrome. I wanted to come back on here and compare it to other Natasha Denona shadows, as well as perhaps compare them to, thanks to my friend Pam, who gifted me some Clionadh multichromes. We'll compare them to some of those. Not only did she give me some multichromes, but she made me a document saying, she typed this up. I just highlighted about the multichromes that she sent me. So a huge thank you to Pam, and a huge thank you to Dana, who sent me some JD Glow. So we'll take a look at those, see what we have time. I also wanted to do another demo, so I don't know how long this live will be. I will have, well, I'll try my best with the timestamps after, but I don't want to keep you here forever. You know what I'm saying? Hi, everyone. And with that said, why don't we begin? If you haven't seen my video yet, my general consensus thoughts is that I think this is a solid palette. While I do understand Natasha's multi-chromes are not like indie ones. They're not as shiny. And sometimes I wish I could interview, I could just ask questions, because I want to ask, Natasha, did you even intend for these multi-chromes to be ultra shiny? Or did you want them to be more muted on purpose? But I do understand for a makeup wearer who has encountered several multi-chromes that you will unexpectedly want a multi-chrome to be shiny because you feel that just better amplifies the experience of that finish. I am, though, open to the notion that there might be someone who can't get down with the shininess of multi-chromes. They still kind of want that multi-chrome life in a muted way. And I think that's what she delivered. And also, her metallic formula is the formula that she used for these multichromes. It's not super, super shiny to begin with. Like, if I think about Leela, the only other shiny metallic formula, like the Chroma Crystal formulas, is her shinier formula that has a lot more dazzle. And that doesn't exist with multichromes. Who knows if she goes back to reformulating and maybe she kind of tinkers with it again. I do think the price is fair. Natasha Denona has always charged $129 for 15 shadows, and depending on the palette will determine the finishes that are included. Safari, for instance, all mattes. All mattes. You get all mattes in Safari. There are no shimmers. There are definitely no multi-chromes in here. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Emily. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the Beebs. Where's Beebs? I know I have Beebs. Isn't this funny? Beebs is the one that I always cannot find. Did I put this back? No, I didn't. I don't know where it is. It'll come up. It'll come up. Biba, okay, has shimmers, creamy mattes, and the cream to matte and creamy matte. So you have a mixture of textures here. You know, I don't know how much it costs to make these multichromes in Italy. I don't. They could have been more expensive than typical shimmers. Maybe it wasn't economic for Natasha to include more metallics and shimmers that are not necessarily multichrome in this palette. Perhaps she felt really strong about her vision in just presenting 3 multichromes or 3 duochromes, depending on who you talk to, right? Hi, Christine. Hi, Z Life. So I figured, you know, let's just go through some of these comparisons, right? Let me put my phone over there. Let's start with, as I wrongly called, scrap. For the entire video, I was calling this scarp. I'm an idiot. I'm like, oh, you can't read, Alicia. We're crying out loud. Let's start with this. Scrap is the dirty, olive, cool army green. Immediately I think of the, well, they're actually 2 from Safari. We're looking at Rhino and Savannah. Let's do Rhino first, Savannah second. Here we go. Oh boy. Rhino, Savannah. Dare I detect a little more olive from Scrap? I know they're very much similar, so what does that mean? Well, if you have Safari, because I consider that to be a supplementary palette since it is all matte, and you have single multichromes, you can recreate the look. There you go. Androdite, which is this pastel mint, very beautiful. Immediately thought of Stone. Well, from Safari. Here we go. Crystal, yes, exactly. So Stone has a more of a cool blue type of a feel, right? Ion, you know, I gotta say, Ion for me does not exist anywhere in any Natasha Denona palette. If you wanted, we could take a look. Actually, I'll do this now. Sunrise has citrine and carnelian. Citrine, carnelian. Vastly different. More warm. I do want to compare this now to plutonium. from Triochrome. So Plutonium is a more muted version of, oh my gosh, see, I forget already. Carnelian. Carnelian has a little more fire, which makes sense considering the theme of sunrise. Hot rays of sunrise, sun. Thank you, Emily, for sharing my flexibility link. I'm teaching flexibility tomorrow, fam, at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. It's a lot of fun. Okay? You should come. Come visit. The only other yellow that I don't think remotely comes close to Ion is Soul, found in Sunset. This is a more pale type of a gig, whereas Ion is like, it leans more chartreuse for sure, right? So these are vastly different. I'm still pissed about Biba. I don't know where that's... I don't know where the product is. The next one up, I definitely want to go into... Well, excuse me. I need to correct myself. I mistakenly called this Vert. It's actually French. Because I saw Jenna's video this morning and I mispronounced it as Vert. It's Vert. Is it Vert? Vert. Green. In French. Mustardy leaning. Actually reminds me of the matte in gold. There's like a mustardy type of matte in here also. I think Dijon might be more muted looking at it now in comparison to Vert. To Vert. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that has a lot more brown and Vert is more green. Yes. Hello, Maria. Hi, Taya. Hi, Courtney. Oh, thank you, Feffy. I always love having you. And these are so much fun to do, especially with the fam. I'm still thinking about Biba. Okay, why don't we go into Tropic? Because Tropic... Oh, I found Biba. It was just under Tropic. Here we go. I wanted to quickly, well, actually, Prairie. Prairie is a warmer mustard. We can compare Tusk to Vertex. So here's Prairie. That's more of like a, actually, I mistakenly call that mustard. That's definitely more of a peachy brown. I think. Quickly rolling into Tropic because there's a pastel moment in here, I feel. I think more of the purpley like comparisons exist in Lila. Hi, Em! And I saw your story. You look so beautiful with the butterfly filter. Well, you look beautiful always. Thank you for stopping by, my love. And now, guess what I have in my hair mo? I did try Patterns styling cream. I'm trying it because that's just how I am. I need to find out for myself. Wasn't too thrilled about the shampoo, conditioner, and the leave-in, but gave them another chance with the styling products. So I like how it's looking so far. I'm going to try the Stronghold gel. I'll try the regular gel. I want to try the gel with the styling cream. We're going to cocktail our curly butts off and figure out what I like most. Tropic. Xena. Well. Oh, and Love. We got Love too, fam. Nope, that's too shiny. Xena doesn't really look like a... It's more muted in Triochrome. Triochrome, I feel. However, this pink on the upper left-hand corner, Peach Puff. We could try with Dial Tonic. I'm gonna have to switch arms. Great, let's do my left hand. That's Xena from Tropic. Probably Tungsten from Triochrome, but that's more mauve. Let me hop into Love real quick. Paula, I tried the edge brush. It's fun. And I'm not really good with edges at all. I don't do the designs because I really didn't apply myself to learn. But I'm impressed so far, not only with the edge tool, but with the big comb. I detangled last night. Smooth, smooth. Let me tell you, I was very happy. Very happy. Hop into Love because there is a shade in here that reminds me of Tungsten. Trust. Yeah. This one here. Although, I do feel Tungsten performs a lot better than Trust. Trust was a hit or miss shade in the Love palette. Yeah, for sure. Another note about why Natasha did not create this to be a smaller palette. I think it's, you know, maybe she didn't have the resources to make it a smaller palette. There's so many things that goes into distribution and manufacturing. Maybe she insisted in Triochrome being a bigger palette, or maybe she did want it to be small, but who knows? Who knows? I understand though, this color story is not as everyday, well, I guess depending on who you are and what makeup wearer you are, maybe not as daily friendly as Biba, so it does make sense for others to have this downsize, since, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. And that's why when people are like, why don't you straighten your hair? It's just like, the minute I start walking, the minute the climate in these roots start to change, gotta start the process all over again. Can't deal with it. Cannot deal with it. Vintage taupe. Vintage taupe from Tropic. Quickly swatching that. Comparing it to Redox from... Oh, that's more subdued than I remember. Redox is this shade here. That, oh, I wanted to compare Diatonic to Peach Puff. Okay, we'll get to that momentarily. So here is Redox. Well, we can immediately see it's a lighter version of Xena from Tropic. Let's quickly see Peach Puff from Tropic. Beautiful shade. I gotta use Tropic more. Then Diatonic from Triochrome next to Peach Puff. Softer, more peachy, yeah? This is definitely more coral in tone from Tropic. This, the Diatonic shade from Triochrome, softer peachy hue. With that said, that's what I'm saying. And listen, this is coming from someone who has relaxed her hair for years. And I did style it straight, but also I feel so weird with straight hair. And this is nothing against anyone who straightens their hair. I'm just talking about me. Okay, we all cool here. I just feel it doesn't fit my personality as much as my pattern does. Hi, Shannon. You are just in time. Always happy to have you. Yes, Latia. I'm so happy to hear that. Do you like it? Yes, my code is still active until the 17th. Have to double check. I'm all over the place. What other ones we wanted to do, fam? Manganese. People were comparing manganese to Masai. This is from Triochrome. Safari. Masai is here. There are a couple of shades in here that could maybe Lotus up against, well, actually not really. I could try next to Tungsten. This is Masai. I predicted it would have a little more red in it, whereas Manganese has a more of a magenta leaning hue with that matte. I quickly wanted to swatch Lotus from Safari. This paler pink here kind of remind me of Tungsten. Tungsten's here. No, that's Vintage Taupe. Where did I put Tungsten? Did I even swatch it? That's Lotus. Let me do Tungsten again. A little different. Definitely more mauve. Lotus is very light. Hi, Gina. With that said, what else do we have? Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many palettes. Let me, Leela, before we get there, I'm going to do a quick wipe. If one last peek out from the thumbnail. I always forget to do that for a live, and I choose the most awkward stills because that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? Take our trusty Bioderma. Start over on this arm. I am very curious to check out and compare the mattes that exist in Leela, as I feel the middle row, the true enthusiast row from Triochrome, reminds me of those shades. Whoop whoop! I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you so much for supporting. I really appreciate you, friend. Ready for Leela? There it is. Oh, with this hand, because it matches. This Live Love Polish, a huge shout out to Live Love Polish for making me an affiliate. I recently purchased their mystery and horror line. It's what am I saying? Matte, but there's sparkles. So do you kind of see that? If you put a top coat on this, it will then be shiny. So you have options. But I love this. I love matte finishes too. I think it's just so... It's so pretty. So pretty. Here we are. What shall we start with? Definitely Per Se. Let's see here. Looking at these now compared to the ones that exist in Triochrome, reads a little more wine. Wrong arm, wrong finger. I knew that was going to happen. Per Se from Leela, which kind of reminds me, it could be Redox from Triochrome. A lot more lilac. Why don't we then go over towards Nude Mauve from Leela. This is Nude Mauve. We're getting closer. We're getting closer for sure. That definitely, that runs more similar than Per Se. Tungsten, Naga. Let's do Naga. I think, oh my gosh, can you imagine just Leela paired with Triochrome, the middle row? So good. So good. I don't think these mattes, however, from Leela will match up with Manganese. We could try it though. Amara and Nude Vino. Amara being here, Nude Vino being here. Amara first with the index. I'm just saying it out loud so I can remember, fam. Forgive me. And then Nude Vino. As I suspected, while we pick up manganese, more wine. More wine in Lila than it exists. Lila here, Tropic. Oh, you need to go to bed. Triochrome, yes? Now, why don't we pause, because this is how I feel about the Triochrome finish and why it might not be as shiny as we were expecting. Lila contains, I think, the metallic formula of Natasha Denona greatness, right? Very creamy, beautifully smooth. But in the end, though, it's not super shiny, right? It has a great sheen, but it's not super shiny. And I was thinking about it because, you know, when you swatch these other ones, again, there's some more shine there. But if you were to swatch maybe an indie multichrome, it'll have a lot more shine. But I think what you sacrifice, however, is the versatility in its use. I do believe that Natasha's formula for multichromes, although more dull, more blend friendly. With indie multichromes, you got to keep it on the lid. If you try to blend it out, it's going to look a lot more smoky, because I think that darker base is what lends a shinier finish and a more amplified experience in seeing more colors across the multichrome spectrum as presented in that given shade if we're going indie, right? But this, and this is why a lot of people rather go Natasha, because they feel this is a less intimidating formula to work with, because again, you could apply it exclusively on your lid, or you can blend it out in through your crease. This is another one here from Lila. Again, not super shiny, but beautifully smooth. And I think Natasha mentioned this is the formula she used to create the multichromes here. Is her similar metallic formula. So if we were to swatch these, this is Scarab. I mean, it's still pretty shiny. But if we were to go to, let's do it. Weathered is the single from Clionadh. That is the shift. Oh, sorry. That's the shift of Scarab. Keep in mind, though, these suckers are $25 each. Canadian, I believe. So this is Weathered from Clionadh. You see it's significantly more shiny. Most definitely. This is a lot more dull. But what I wanted to do is blend these on my eyes and see what we get. You know what I'm saying? The other one, I don't know if I have, I might. This is Kinetic. Kinetic, I think people were really disappointed by, because this wasn't a strong enough shift. You know what I mean? This is a much more subdued experience with the multichrome. And it's funny because, again, my girl Pam also sent me the Clionadh duochromes. And this formula kind of reminds me of the Natasha one. It's not as shiny as their multichromes. I am picking up, just so you can see, Panacea. It's a single. Put it right next to Kinetic. It's a different color, but you see the finish is very similar, right? Whereas their multichromes are shinier. So I think it all depends on the formula and what you compare it to. I don't have... not all the multichromes that exist in the Clionadh Jeweled Multichromes collection I have in this palette. But I could... Let's see here. What do I have? Oh, I also wrote out... I also wrote out a graph, because I didn't want to keep flipping these singles throughout the live. Royalty might be one that we can compare to Kinetic. Royalty is, it's a vibrant multi-chrome. Great purple base with reflex that shift from pink, gold, green, turquoise, blue, purple. Okay, let's give it a shot. This one right here. Let's see what we got. Right on top of Kinetic. So there's a lot more shine. Those are a lot of shades that they laid out for us. I'm sorry, my hands are so veiny because I was practicing handstands, so they're a little, and my forearms are a little pumped too, which makes for good swatching, let me just say, okay? That's beautiful. Definitely a lot more shiny than even their own duochrome, don't you think? Not quite the same shade profile as Kinetic, but they go very well together. Okay. Next up from the Clionadh grid, I wanted to show you Trefoil. Trefoil, not the same multi-chrome profile as Scarab. Scarab here, Scarab is the warm gold with the green and some turquoise, right? Trefoil has more blue. It has more blue. It's this one right here, which matches up with a Signe Gray single. So you see, is a completely different color altogether, even from Clionadh's Weathered. Again, super freaking shiny. Super freaking shiny. And Courtney, I actually thought about you and many others who prefer a less shiny formula because of lid texture. And that's why, again, you kind of have to put things in perspective, because maybe Natasha had that in mind also, and she deliberately made them more muted, or maybe she just formulated because those were her resources and that's what she thought was shiny. The dialogue could go on forever, right? I still do think the Triochrome is beautiful, because you're not only paying, I don't think you only pay for Natasha Denona's name. You're paying for her artistry. And people could say, they could think what they want to think. Everyone has their opinion, and I respect your opinion. I do think she does beautiful color curations, and just the work she puts in not only formulating the shades, but how she arranges them. You know, and her mom is a chemist, so she's very much involved with the formulations. So I don't have a problem paying that price. And I'm very happy to say that, yes, I'm grateful that I'm able to buy this palette, but it is very expensive, and it is a lot even for me. It's a lot of product. I still stand by the point that this is more pro friendly. And many of you had expressed it would have been nice if she came out with minis. It would have been nice that she came out with the 5-pan rose. That would have been great also. Who knows? It might be in the plans. Exactly. Is it Jana? I had a Jana in my life. Also, yes, exactly. You could add the liquid, which her chromiums, those. Here's Scarab right here. I'm gonna do it right next to. The chromiums are insane. Definitely more foiled. And ultimately, if you have all this makeup, if you have the Natasha, if you have the Indie, put it all together, okay? And have a ball. Have a ball. Oh, good, Jana. Hooray. Listen, and I hear you, friend. I hear you. I just think about I get overwhelmed when I need to put shades together. So, you know, kudos for her for constantly putting out palettes. But again, like you said, you just sometimes don't align with it, and that's cool. What I wanted to do, color flip. Should I'm gonna use this hand. Color flip is the purple and the green, right? This is a lot tougher to see. It's a lot tougher to see. I actually have a light here, but I don't think it's gonna work. Let me see here. Can you kind of see that shift? Let's see if it works with these. I don't know. I'm so bad at this. I am terrible at this. Let me pull you in a little closer. Meow. I know it's you need another light source from the one that's directly in front of you. Why don't we go into what I think from the Clionadh offering best resembles color flip is Kiln. Is it Kiln? Let me refer to my nope, Smolder. Smolder. This one right here. Ooh, get ready, fam. This one is gorgeous. One of my most favorite singles from Clionadh. I mean, you can, yeah. Definitely more shine. But you see the black base that exists? If you blend this out, it's going to be smoky. Whereas if you blend the Natasha out, it's not going to be as smoky. Right? But yes, you get more punch from, hey, Lori, much love to you, friend. It was so nice to hear from you yesterday. You're definitely going to get more smoke. Yeah? I'm still trying to figure out the... Quickly, let's now do it. I'll grab, I think I'll do a goat hair brush because I really want to grab and blend. So let me take my REPHR 01, which, thank you REPHR so much for adding Afterpay. Heavens me. Oh boy, oh boy. Color flip. I don't have anything on my lids. I'm plopping it down, but I should brush these eyebrows. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh, Griet? My apologies if I mispronounced your name. Let's do it. I have the hiccups now. Drat. I gotta hold my breath. Ultraviolet is coming. This is the, oops, this is the ultraviolet chromium. We could put ultraviolet on this lid. Is there one REPHR face brush you should get? Oh, excuse me. I would say the number 5 because you could apply foundation, loose powder, blush, and bronzer. Again, not the most shiny, not the most wham bam for multi-chrome, but that blended beautifully. I thought it was trying to get this light. You know what? I could probably lift it higher. But on this side, let's put on Weathered. Nope, that's not the name. Smoldered or Kiln? No, I think it's... It could be Gothic, actually, that matches up better. No. Gothic is way too purple. I think it is Smolder. So let's do it. I'm taking Smolder from Clionadh. Other lid. And we'll start blending. Now again, ideally, these are just tapped on the lid for impact. But if you wanted to just see when you do blend it out, how you get a far more smoky base. So that's, for me, that's the primary difference in terms of the indie and what Natasha is offering. This one is a lot more, you know, chill. And here you have the Clionadh side. I think even though it's smokier, I think the Clionadh side you could probably get away with. It's not too smoky, but it can be. It can be. Why don't we, since we're already here, I want to tap on a little bit of Plutonium from Triochrome. I like to tap because I feel like Natasha builds up her mattes by tapping. And because the formula is so soft, it just blends itself. Like, you don't need to do nothing. You don't need to do nothing. And also, why not? We could go in with Ultraviolet. Just get it on there. Tap around with the finger. And that will definitely amplify the effect. And just out of curiosity, I want to see Manganese. This is with the new REPHR 23. On the lash line. I might have to use a bigger brush because I like my lash line shadow moments to be a little more pronounced, but I think this is a great brush still if you have small eyes. That's the baseline down. Let's go in with something. What do we got? I think this is my Hakuhodo J242 with Manganese still. Now just dabbing more on. So I'm crossing rows here, but again, ultimately I think you can use whatever color you want, how you see fit. Pretty. If I were to, you know, hop in here, just finish the look, which one should we dive in with? Engrave, I think, would be a pretty color to put on the inner lid of the Smolder side. That really kicked up the shininess, all right. So I like this palette. I do. I like Triochrome. I understand all the points, however, you know, keywords being I like it, I do recommend it if it meets your criteria. If it doesn't, on to the next. And that's all we can do. Marlene, I recommend if you don't have any brushes at all, the core set is a great one to start with. Holiday set, you're getting 2 face brushes and 1 shadow brush. So that I feel is more complimentary if you have holes in your brush collection, and those will serve that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Tap, 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 never drag. Okay, here we go. Gonna wipe whatever I got on these hands so we could maybe do another look. How about, we got 15 minutes left. Let's see how they perform wet, Sheila. I briefly tried it out with my Hourglass Veil spray. Couldn't get the word out, but I do think this spray might not be ideal, but I feel like it could still have some type of change. I do think it makes it a touch shinier, definitely, than if you did it dry, applied it dry. So that is Scarab Wet-ish. You know what I want to do? This is what I want to do. Let's start with some primer. I don't have any face makeup on. I might have to slap it on quickly before we get off the live. Just tap that on. You know what I'm thinking, fam? I want to apply Ion all over the lid and use Scarab as a liner. That's what I want to do. Okay? Okay. Smith 256. Ion. Let's start tapping it on. And as you know, we gotta build, build, build. This color needs some building. That's pretty. How about now we go in with, this is a Bristles Beauty EO1 with REPHR. I like the bristles too. This is a little stiffer than, let's say, my REPHR 16, even Wayne 16. Wayne 16 doesn't have as many bristles in his brush of a similar size. Hakuhodo J5522 also is not as stiff. Okay. How about, though, we take a thinner blender brush with scrap in through the crease. So this is the Bristles EO3, a much smaller blender brush. It's kind of like a faux cut crease moment. It's not really. Not really. But this is the perfect brush to get in right there. I'm just, you know, this is playtime, fam. I don't really have a plan. I just kind of thought about this on the spot. I don't know how it's going to turn out, though, so we shall see. We shall see. I do want to take more Ion. Ion has a lot of kickback, but is expected. Ha 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 ha. Vert. More on the top of Scrap. That's not bad. Scrap is a good shade. It's a good matte. Here we go, moment of truth. Scarab. Let me make sure I got my 23 REPHR. Yes, Megan, I don't have all his eye brushes. That's the only thing I didn't grab from Wayne is his eye set. It'll be interesting to see how Scarab looks on top of Ion. That's pretty. But again, the Chromium formula makes it virtually seamless for wings. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Make it thick though. Gotta make it thick so you can see it. How we're looking. Woo! This is shiny. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Whoa. Whoa. Going back in with some, just, you know, just refining the blend. We could always blend them all. You know what I'm saying? We could always blend them all. But why not? How about we go in with another color situation on the bottom? How about manganese? I know that's a strange combination, but I mean, we're going ultra grunge. Ultra grunge. What are we going to do on this eye? Jana, I really like the mattes. If anything, I think the general consensus is the matte formula here is outstanding. Like, they all hold their own well, whereas, you know, some felt before, you know, there were inconsistencies in Safari, there were inconsistencies in Love, but the matte in Triochrome, they good. They good. Want to do the same-ish thing. What am I going to do on this eye? I kind of want to use plutonium. Yeah, I'm doing it. Plutonium on the inner part of my lid. Tap. I don't know where this is going, but we're going somewhere. Oh, I forgot to compare Vertex to Tusk from Safari. I love how plutonium builds. It, you know, it very much, I think this shade name nails, like, when plutonium is reactive, when it glows, it is this color. Hands down. Hands down. Going in with Diatonic. tapping that on the lid so it could kind of combine. Okay. And now with Garmin, on the outer lid, and now in towards the crease. Yes, like John said, Ray Morris switched to synthetic. That's pretty. I actually wanted to go all matte on purpose because I feel the mattes are so well formulated. You very much well can just rely on mattes to create a look with this palette. This is my Hakuhodo J5522 of Garmin. But I also want to tap into some Naga, because I feel that lilac could be fun. It could be fun. It could be not. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I just like to experiment. I just like to try things. Hi, Becky. Yes, John, I agree that she did curate it so that you can use the chromiums in however much way you like. What shall we put with, well, you know what? I think Dragonfly will look beautiful. Dragonfly. I'm going to put it on the center. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man, 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 man. This is my BK Beauty 202. I like to use synthetic brushes to manipulate cream liquid products so it doesn't soak up the product. Keeps it right there, but beautifully blends it. Yes! Placing some Dragonfly on my hand. Going from there and just adding on. That's pretty. Mm-hmm. I like Dragonfly on top of Diatonic. Very nice. Now what shall we do at the bottom? Listen, let's go with Kinetic. The Duochrome no one likes, but it's such a pretty color. You know what Kinetic reminds me of? Kinetic is a metallic version of Blitz Violet Orchid. Most definitely. Color flip. Bringing it up a little bit. That's what this shade reminds me of. Woo! All right, fam. What time is it? Ooh, we got a minute. This might be 15 minutes after the hour. This might be 15 minutes after the hour. Because I want to quickly apply. I just want to do a quick full face just to pull everything together. Ooh. 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 Everything is sliding. You know I gotta do the suku. Gotta do the Suku. I might not have applied enough foundation, but it's all good. It's all good. Yet M. Carr, I forgot about the Norvina palette. Great comparison. Gonna pat that around. Make sure I get everything covered. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Foundation on. I'm going in real quick with my Shiseido. These sticks, one of the best items I've ever purchased. Ever. Ever. Like, in a cinch. In a cinch. Woo! And how quickly they blend is outrageous. Oh, thank you, Jana. Thank you so much for coming. Latia, this is the Suku foundation brush. One of the first items to go from their cream foundation and concealer release. Some people said it shed. I haven't experienced that, but I could keep you updated. I'm more than happy to do that. I have to show you, fam. This is the brush that Fude Beauty was so nice to send me, the Makiko Koyudo. No. Yes. From their synthetic line. Oh my god. This is one of the best synthetic brushes of life. It is so amazingly soft. Ooh, Shannon, you bought the Suku brush with our holiday collection? Ah! When is it slated to arrive, friend? That's great news. I don't have the whole Makiko line, but this one, impressed. Impressed. Like, believe it or not, there are some synthetic brushes out there that could feel prickly. Not this one. For sure not. Oh. All right. Complexion is almost complete. We gotta do it. We gotta do it with a REPHR big brush. Let me take some sheer loose powder. Just all over. And I'm currently head over heels for Mama Pat's highlighter dual sticks. They've been on the market forever. I'm late to the game. I am late to the game. These suckers right here, please. Too much. I am late. Exquisite. I use both the balm and the highlight side. Like the ease melts. Especially if you can't stand highlighter powder of any sort. You're like, they all suck on my dry skin. Then Mama will take care of you. She will take care of you. Most definitely make sure I screw these down so they don't get crushed when I slap the lid on. Aha, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to apply diatonic on my cheeks. Tuckahoe F04, baby. Ooh, should we do Garmin? Hold on. Are we gonna go there? I actually want to... I know that's crazy, but I have to know. On this... Wait, on this side. On this side. There's a little... Yeah, there's a little bit of mauve. Maybe not on top of the brown concealer, but that's not bad. I'm not mad at it. Ooh, Naga. More on the cheeks. It has like a cooler feel to it. But I want to go in for sure. Diatonic. Diatonic is so pretty as a blush. Like, so pretty. We got to do these inner corners. Androdite on this inner corner. I feel a matte highlight. For sure. For sure. Hold on, I gotta bring out, well, actually, my 253 Smith will be great for this. The arrowhead shape, ideal to slap on a bigger dose of matte inner corner highlight. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Thank you. Why not? Let's go in with, Ion. Okay. No other than Naga. That's pretty. Naga is the lilac matte. But as the inner corner, not bad. I'm going back in with plutonium just to kind of zhuzh the edges there. You know what I'm saying? There's a part of me that wants to do a wing, but I'm going to leave it like it is. I'm going to leave it like it is. A huge shout out to Sean K Beauty. Thank you again for sending me some chandelier lashes. Look how beautiful this box is. It's velvet. So luxe. Because I pre-cut these, I'm going to use them again. Oh, of course. Alicia, you don't have your lash box. Oh my god. Oh, these legs. These legs. We gotta stretch these legs out. I'm gonna close you. Because I don't want my Clionadhs. I don't want my Clionadhs to be crushed by my butt. Are these the ones? No. Which are the ones that I cut? These. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Coming, coming, coming. Put some glue. These are magnificently beautiful. It's been a while since I applied mink lashes. Or just a lash that has a more intense fluff effect. You know? I'm actually gonna do these at the same time. We gotta put some gas on this. Don't want to keep you here all day, fam. All right, all right, all right. Make sure we get the corners. You gotta get the corners. I'm gonna first apply this one. Let me get my mirror. This one goes on this side. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. Thank you. I'm just gonna plop you on and I'll come back to you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta get them right at the lash. There we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Gotta squeeze them in. I might have to cut this one a little bit more. Yeah. I could have cut that one a little bit more. So I'll match them up to make sure they're even. I always eyeball it, but I really shouldn't. Yes! Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. Oh, I could tell you right now, Scarab is definitely not similar to Gigabyte. Because Gigabyte is a one metallic show. For sure. I mean, I could show you. But, did you say Gigabyte or Megabyte? All the bytes. No! Here we go. And kick. Oh, okay. That's, we don't got any space. This is Gigabyte, and this is Scarab. Scarab doesn't have a shift. I know it's hard to see. Maybe there. When I turn my hand, you see more of the teal coming through. Versus Scarab. I mean, Gigabyte's color exists somewhere in Scarab, but it doesn't have the same shift as that. Tusk and Plutonium? Tusk is a beige. Like from Beebs? That's Tusk. Or you mean Vertex? Because Vertex, this is from Triochrome. Tribe has more beige. Because Plutonium is this. Plutonium. Yeah, Gigabyte is certainly a fave. All right. Oh, we gotta put some lipstick on. Oh, do I want to put on dark sparkle? No, I don't want to put on dark. That's a little too much to commit to. Let me see here. Let me just quickly slap on some Penny Beige. Penny Beige with a little bit of Andrea. No liner. Maybe a little bit of liner. Okay, maybe a little bit of liner. If I could find it. So many liners. This is the one? Yes. I almost dropped it. Structure. And we did it, fam. Oh, wrong way. Yes! Yes! Here are the eyes. I really like Ion on the lid. I like what we did here with this faux cut crease. It's not really a cut crease at all. I cheated. I absolutely cheated. But Scarab as a wing liner? Yes, please. And we did a nice scatter of Dragonfly over Plutonium and Diatonic. Have Garmin on the crease. Kinetic as some lower lash line smoke. Not too bad. This is from Eastleigh. I don't know if she has aliens anymore because these were a limited edition from last Halloween. Hopefully, you know, who knows, she might bring them back, but or she might have to do a special order. Reading through the comments. I really love how these looks turned out. Yes, Allie, today is too much of a good day. I'm going to take a walk after I have dinner. I'm just going to unwind, but I wanted to unwind and spend time with you first, fam. Giving everyone huge hugs. It has been a week. It has been a week. But let me tell you, I'm very happy with this palette. I understand, again, all perspectives on it. I really love it. I love, again, knowing what Natasha does, how she delivers, what her formulas are. I think is very much consistent with that. Now, if you're like, I need a little more shine, a little more of this, get yourself some Clionadh. You probably won't see them until 2021. But hey, I mean, it's there. The options are there, and that's what it's about, fam. You know, we live in a huge sphere of makeup. There's a lot of offerings. You just have to go for what you think is going to look great on you, what you want to use and want to apply, and that's where you call it. And you decide on whatever that is. I do think this is a strong palette. I mean, you could combine these colors any way you like. I adore the fact that they are mostly mattes because just it challenges me to think outside the box in terms of where I could put this and that matte. For instance, applying a matte on the lid primarily and then using her liquid chromium to create the wing, right? Or you could even use Scarab to smoke out the outer edge. There's so many things you can do. Yes? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. It was such a pleasure to have you. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know what I think. I like Saturdays for lives. It's great for if I don't have to teach at 2 o'clock. If anything, I'll have it at 3. And I like filming in front of natural daylight. It's a lot easier, especially if I'm doing comparisons, because to bring all this in my living room and to bring it back could be a lot. So I really appreciate it that you're here during brunch Saturday or dinner Saturday or breakfast Saturday or sleep Saturday. Thank you everyone for coming. I'm gonna have some dinner, everyone. Hopefully you have a great rest of your afternoon. And hopefully I will see you soon. And until then, fam, I love you all. Take care. And until next time. Bye-bye.